Alright, hello and welcome back to another video. For today, we will be having a little bit of a tutorial on working with operators and operands in Java. So you can see on my screen a display in console showing my periodical dues based on my current school fees being given by the accounting and finance department of our school. You are seeing my assessment slip showing my fees from prelims, midterm, pre-finals up to my final assessment fees. So how did we make it look like this? Let me go ahead and show you the code and explain thoroughly how I got this result. Alright, so I've brought down the console a little bit lower so that you could see my full code. We started off with a multiple tabbed or indented header, which is ACLC College of Butuan, second semester school year 2022 and 2023. So again, one tab is equivalent to 4 indents. Usually it's 8 depending on which IDE you're using. Alright. So of course, our very common system out print, right? System out print line, our display, our output variable. So before we proceed further, I also have my fees predetermined, or they're already in a variable. I use double because it is a longer number. I could have used float, yes, but in Java it is more ideal to use double in multiple circumstances where you use a larger digit. As you can see on the old account variable, old act variable, I used a var data type because it reduces redundancy and makes 0 readable comparing if I use it as an integer or a double or the other types of data type. So for the lines, I just use exact number of lines here. Schedule of payment, I did all tab. Let me pull up the console to give a comparison as to how it would look like, and then let's go back. So as you can see, I used tab. I could have used a different approach in this, but I wanted to make it look a little good. I didn't want to make it look a little too compacted, but you could always do this to be fair with you, since as we've said in the previous video, it's just a phrase. Alright, still the same phrase, you don't have to separate it. If I save it, it will look the same. There's no need for you to do that, that's too redundant. Unless if it's similar to this one, we have to separate it because a variable cannot go together with this, or it will end up with an error. Alright, so the most common operator that we use is a plus operator. Alright, now let's move on to the bottom part of the assessment details. This one has a more structured look. This one is the most challenging to say because of how I formatted it. I'll show you a picture of my assessment slip or my certification of enrollment in a bit so that you can see how similar I made it look. Alright, so let's go back. So yes, assessment details, there's the header. I also called it a double on the variables assess, pay, and total account. Added values on it according to my assessment slip. Okay, and in order to reduce redundancy, I called it total account or tot ac. equals assess minus pay. Our operator here is a subtraction to assess how much is left, or how much balance is left for me to pay for the entire semester. So pay, by the way, is actually what I paid during the enrollment process. If I paid a little bit higher, then my amount for the entire semester would have been a little bit lower than what I have. Alright. So you could see that I used multiple plus signs in various places. The addition operator is really very common. There are a few operators as well. There's subtraction, division, also what we call the modulo sign. It's a percentage sign. It gets a remainder. But for this one, I'm not using those because we're only doing addition and subtraction. So I hope you learned something from this. I will flash again the result or the display in console for you to see how I did it, how it looks like. And I hope you have learned something from this. If you do have questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.